Hello, hello, testing, testing. Trying out this new microphone pop filter thing. Hi, everybody, this is Black Rhino Ranger. After a 2-week trip to England, I'm finally back, baby. And there are a lot of crazy things that's happening recently in my life. I mean, just while in England, I had a few things. I celebrated my birthday there. Couldn't do anything for Easter because I was there. I didn't bring my computer there, but I did keep so I was offline. Well, sort of. I did bring my iPad just to keep an eye on a few things. I didn't bother replying to any comment until I got back home to Malaysia for all things. And I have a lot to catch up on. I've been catching up on some of the My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, and Star vs. the Forces of Evil episodes that I missed out during my trip. And while in England, I got a few new things, like this new microphone sound thingy. I mean, let's see. What happens if you see, every time I poof, poof, I poof, poof. Without it, it's poof, poof, poof. But with the filter, I'm like poof, 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 poof. There, see? It's completely poof, 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 poof. See, and yes, I have heard that recently, as soon as I left England, a forest in England has a very well-known forest in Malaysia has had a bit of a wildfire thing. And fun fact, that forest was the inspiration for the 100-acre wood for Winnie the Pooh. May we all... man, I feel really bad about... I mean, these wildfires happen just as I leave that country. I mean, the Greece wildfire happened just as I left that country last year. And I feel really sorry for that forest. I mean, it's where Winnie the Pooh got the name from, the 100-acre wood thing. Okay, while I was in England, I did get a few things like Mortal Kombat 11 and a WWE video game. Now, to get into the swing of things, I do need to keep up with... I do need to do some drawings and some animation shorts just to get a hang of drawing again. And keep in mind, I just came back recently and my body clock is so broken. And on May, I might be a little bit busy, at least in May 1st. And in fact, on May 1st, there is a... it will be the 20th anniversary of a certain Nickelodeon cartoon. And it still continues to make new episodes to this day. And on the following day, it'll be a 3rd anniversary of its competitor, which is also on Nickelodeon. Also in 2 days, it's Star Wars Day. May the Force be with you. I mean, May the 4th be with you. Maybe they may not be animations, but they might be still drawings. Or maybe I can, if I have enough time. But in case you're wondering, yes, I'm reading this from this this journal I made on Deviantart. I'm thinking about I'm going to host a bit of a competition because on June 30th, it'll be the 10th anniversary of my Deviantart account, or more specifically, this picture of a crocodile picking his nose I made. This was back in June 13th, 2009, and these are some of my first comments. I mean, this one was made the year I posted it, and I said good idea, and some of the others commented on it like 4 years later, and this one came out just this year. I was immature, bratty back then. I didn't know how to take criticism back then. Now I can. Even if they give me the harshest of criticism, the most destructive of criticism, the emoji movie of criticism, I can withstand it. But I digress. And I'm thinking for my 10th anniversary on DeviantArt, I'm thinking about making an animation with Skylanders reacting to my pictures I made in 2009 to 2018. Why 2019 is not included? I'll explain later. Not only of the Skylander pictures, but also of other things like like original characters I made, like Rhino and Doll, or Black Ranger and Cool Croc, or other franchise characters such as My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, Star vs. the Force of Evil, The Loud House, SpongeBob SquarePants, Transformers, Mortal Kombat, etc. But I don't know which one to choose. Some of them I'm not super proud of, and others I really do enjoy. Maybe you can help me with this one. For the competition, go on my DeviantArt, look at all my images, look at every single one of them, even if some are very cringy, and choose up to 100 of your most favorite pictures I created for DeviantArt, up to 10 for each of the following years. 2009, the year I got DeviantArt. For example, here's Billy from The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy, and Doll, my character. They're picking the noses. In 2010, here's a picture I made of Gromit and Odie staring at each other. By the way, fun fact, this picture got won as a runner-up for the Wallace and Gromit website, and I won tickets to the Liverpool exhibition in 2010. You can see for yourself. Oh, the thing is gone. Oh. Oh, that thing is gone now. It used to be there. I remember it used to be there once upon a time, but guess no more. Okay, back to this. 2010 is when Skylanders came out, and here's Spyro gliding over with Gilgrunt and Trigger Happy. This was me announcing my very first Skylanders animation ever made back in December of 2011, and that was also one of my proudest achievements, even with some weird dialogue and stuff. Here's an example of a 2012 one. Here was a Christmas animation I did, a picture I did. I did this one alongside the Skylanders Xmas Carol one. Here's a picture I made in 2013. T-Rex and Gnarly T-Rex Halloween costumes. They were playing as Paul Bunyan and Baby Ox. And this was the first time I took some criticism from, after taking criticism from a fellow Portal Master or fan of Skylanders, Crystal Blazer. She gave me some criticism on how do I improve my arts. She helped me with the lining and stuff, and that's I did so. And here's one for 2014. Trap Shadow having a snapshot with Snapshot. Now this one's iconic because this one was the first time I actually heard of the word selfie in my entire life. When I posted this, people have been telling me this is a selfie, it's a selfie, and I was like, what's a selfie? I looked up, and it turns out selfie is like short for self-photographic portrait. It was introduced in 2013 as a slang, and now it's part of the dictionary. And here's one in 2015. The Amiibo guest character scrapped with Superchargers. Fun fact, these characters were supposed to be for Skylanders Superchargers. They were going to have Kirby, Peach, and Fox guest star in Superchargers before they went with Donkey Kong and Bowser. And in 2016, this is me with a picture of Eruptor having trouble with creativity on his character. Trigger Happy's got some ideas. Here's 2017, and this is my very first picture of something that is related to Star vs. the Forces of Evil. Ever since I watched that show, I couldn't get enough of it. I wanted to do a picture as soon as possible. And here's one of 2018, Star Butterfly hiding on a tree, wearing Lenny Loud's glasses, while Lenny has her headband, and Ludo's like, where is your wand? And that was in 2018. This was like one of my earliest Loud House pictures. And that's another thing I'm very proud of. I often revisit that one. And that's all of them. Choose any 100 pictures you think are the best. Remember, 10 for each of those years. And I'll see if I'll add them into my animation. And keep in mind, I'll be voicing the characters as they represent my overall feelings of looking back at these pictures. Sometimes I'll be like, "Aw," or sometimes I'll be like, "Ugh." And, I would ask for other people to voice characters reacting to my works and my animations, but I'm worried about delays because of it. Remember Double Dragon Decade Part 2? That took like 6 months to make. Because I had a lot of delays of trying to get the voices and stuff. Don't want this thing to happen again. Also, it's not a script-driven video, and most of it is completely improvised. So how do you figure out these years of the year these pictures are made in? Well, here's an option. You click on the picture, you scroll down to the bottom, and go here. You see the details, March 7, 2018. That's one way you can tell which year it's made. Or you could just go to the title over here and look at this, say 2018 to 2019. That's how you know which year this was made in. Now, I got some rules though. There are some entries that qualify and those that cannot. Those I will qualify are the still images made in 2009 to 2018, up to 10 deviations per year, up to 100 deviations in total, digital drawings, traditional drawings, the sketches, fan arts like Star Versus and Loud House, original arts like Black Rhino Ranger and Cool Craw, even comic strips. The ones I don't qualify include memes, some like Mr. Enter's animated atrocities blank notebook thing. Or unless it's a drawing of some of the old fads like snooping as usual, I see. Or you do not know, or do you know the way? Or even reviews, like I said, Mr. Enter's thingy. Traced or rotoscoped pictures. That's kind of cheating. Animations. I'm actually saving that for my YouTube anniversaries. Images made in 2019. 2019 is not yet over, and I might make something better later this year. So I want to use the ones in 2009 to 2018. Requested images. That's kind of cheating. Images that contain other Deviant creator characters like Tula by Sapphire3690 or Crystal Blazer, unless they're okay with it. Photography, unless they're drawn by me on it, similar to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Anything labeled mature. The images, they can be fan arts of M or R-rated franchises like Deadpool or Mortal Kombat, but they cannot be the ones labeled mature because they might show either blood or nudity. You can pick ones with suggested themes, but better that you pick the more kid-friendly options. Screenshots from video games. Even my Imaginators from the Creator app, they do not qualify. Unless they have something drawn on it by me. Kind of like Ark Survival of the Gremlins video I made. But I know. Never mind. Literature. It's words, not visual. Moving on. Other people's arts, even those tributing to me. Only pick the ones I drew. And finally, here's a bonus task. Remake your absolute favorite deviations from 2009 to 2018, and I'll respond to them, include them in my video, make them uploaded and deviant to myself. Part of the winning spots, up to 10 entries allowed, 1 deviation per year. Winners of the competition will be either credited to my video and pick options, and for doing the bonus task, have them in the final version of my video and re-uploaded on my Deviant art page, those pictures. The deadline is May 20th. Any questions? Leave them in the comments. I hope you've enjoyed this video.